The serpent in Eden, villain or liberator? Ever wondered if everything you've been taught about the Garden of Eden was backward? What if the villain was actually the hero? What if the serpent, often seen as the deceiver, was actually humanity's first liberator? Today, we're diving into one of the most misunderstood stories in all of human history, and peeling back the layers through the eyes of the ancient Gnostics. Buckle up, because this is not your Sunday school story. Let's start with what we were told. God created Adam and Eve in perfect paradise. They are forbidden to eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. A cunning serpent tempts Eve, who eats the fruits and gives it to Adam. They gain knowledge, realize they're naked, and they are banished from the garden. The serpent is blamed for the fall of man, sin, shame, death, all because Eve listened to that snake. What Gnostic believed. But to the Gnostics, early mystics who were labeled heretics by the church, the serpent wasn't evil. He was a bringer of gnosis, divine knowledge. In texts like the Apocryphon of John and the hypostasis of the archons, the God who created the physical world wasn't the true God, but a false, blind creator called the demiurge. This demiurge claimed to be the only God and demanded obedience, but the real source, the unknowable divine, existed beyond and above the demiurge. To Gnostics, the serpent was the emissary of Sophia, the embodiment of divine wisdom. The serpent's goal? To awaken humanity to the truth that they were not mere slaves, but sparks of divine light trapped in flesh. The symbolism of the tree and fruit. The tree of knowledge wasn't a trap, it was a doorway. Eating the fruit symbolized awakening, seeing clearly, breaking illusion. Before the fruit, Adam and Eve were unaware. Afterward, they were conscious, self-aware, questioning. This wasn't disobedience, this was evolution. The duality of God. Gnostic texts show two gods. One is the impostor god, jealous, wrathful, punishing. The other one is the hidden god, ineffable, loving, liberating. The demiurge wanted obedience. The true source wanted awakening. So when the serpent offered the fruit, he was challenging the demiurge's control. The punishment? Exile from the garden, but perhaps also liberation from ignorance. Why this matters now? This isn't just ancient myth, it's a blueprint of what still happens today. System tells you not to question. Society hands you a version of truth that keeps you asleep. Awakening feels like a fall, but it's actually a rise. That serpent is still whispering, not to deceive, but to steer you from your slumber. My take. I don't see the serpent as evil anymore. I see it as a mirror, a symbol of that moment in all our lives when we say, there has to be more than this. That moment is terrifying, but it's also powerful. It's when you realize your beliefs might not be yours. That control isn't love. That sometimes you have to lose paradise to gain truth. If you've ever questioned your reality, your fate, or the narrative you've been fed, Maybe the serpent is your ally too. You're not alone in waking up, and there's more light on the other side than you can imagine. I'm Astra, and this is your Gnostic deep dive where we don't just scratch the surface, we dig into the very roots of belief, control, and truth. If you've ever questioned the system, the scriptures, or even your reality, you're in the right place. Remember to like, subscribe, and if this message resonates with you, check out my link tree in the description where you'll find my blog, music, and exclusive content.